All right, welcome everybody on Periscope. We'll give you guys a couple moments to hop on. I'm sorry the phone's a little bit crooked right now because, well, I'm trying to do a couple things at once. So I've got my phone hooked up on screen so that I can see your questions as they come in. Give you guys a couple moments. Oh, thank you. Looks like some of you were at leadership this week, doTERRA's leadership retreat. Awesome. Hey, Catherine, we're in multiple places at multiple times, just like we are as moms. I've got some of the group on Zoom in the Whole Fit Zoom room right now for questions. Okay, so we're gonna get started in just a moment. I'm gonna introduce myself to the Periscope group. Thank you for those of you that are on live. Hey, Jenna. Hi, Roxanne, thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. A lot of you on from leadership. Awesome. I got to meet so many people last week on other teams. And hey, Chris. Hi, Erin. So I actually have a first question to kick us off today. If you guys want to think of any questions, we're going to be on live on Periscope here for another 30 minutes. Hey, Ange. Periscope sister. So for those of you that are brand new to the scope, this is a scope I'm doing every week at 2 o'clock. So you're welcome to hop on. Hey, Carly. Aw, love when I see you on. Every week at 2 o'clock, I'm going to be here answering questions. So this can be anything on oils, wellness, natural health, business, being an entrepreneur, harmony in your home as a mom. Okay, a couple of you are writing questions in. So, hey, Robin, I'm going to start scribbling a few notes. I do have one question to kick off today already. Boundaries with personal and corporate. And just ignore the trollers. I see we've got some of them here. Welcome. Apparently, I think when you get up towards 100 people, you start attracting spammers. Okay, Leah asked about people who think they're allergic to oils. Thanks for blocking, friends. Oh, good one. Okay, question about how to approach spas and businesses on selling oils, selling doTERRA. Carrie asked, what are your favorite ways to avoid negativity? Angela asked about diamond to blue. So we have mostly doTERRA questions on here. Somebody in the, hey, Steph Candlish in the Zoom room. I'm seeing your screen. If you could take yourself off there if you don't mind. Here we go. Okay, sorry, I skipped a couple of those questions. I'll take 4 more questions. Signing up people in doTERRA, advice from Robin. Ooh, we're gonna have our biz call this week, I think, or in a couple weeks. Okay, someone's asking about how I built my business. I did over 100 classes in my first year, and what was attendance like?
Oh, you're still not done your call?
Okay. Tips for attendance and US exchange rate. Okay. Questions are done. Questions are locked. Okay. So I'm going to basically spend like a couple minutes on each question. We have over 100 people in the live group on Periscope. So for those people that are on Periscope that are on my team, for example, since we have a lot of doTERRA people here on Periscope, I'd love if some of you could help chime in and answer some questions that I'm not going to get to. So I'm going to take the first question, which actually came in through a Facebook message to me, and I thought rather than just answering her, I would answer here for our weekly Q&A. If you have questions that I'm not addressing, please save them for next week. Oh, and I should probably introduce myself for those that don't know me. My name is Ange Peters. I'm the founder of WholeFit. I'm a Presidential Diamond in doTERRA. I have my kids home with me today. It's a snow day at school, so I'm doing the harmony thing. Okay, so hopefully we can get through all these questions. Okay, so question number 1. Hey Ange, I had a quick question for you. How do you deal with people who are less than supportive when it comes to sharing your journey? She goes on to say she's had wonderful positive feedback. She loves helping people, but she's had a few harsh comments, negative feedback, wondering how a pro like you handles it. So this question is really dealing with how you, what you do when people around you aren't ready for you and your new healthy lifestyle. So this is a really common question. And, you know, years working as a health coach, say hi, they want to see you. Years working as a health coach, this is the number one obstacle people faced. They, you know, they weren't prepared for the amount of attention they were getting from people around them. And a lot of the times when you're making the switch to a more natural life, people around you are actually not ready for it. And that can be tricky. Sometimes you're not prepared for that, right? And so I think first and foremost, you have to just be super clear on the path you're on and the person you're becoming. And the thing is, you have to realize that people are watching. They're taking notes on your lifestyle. They're really watching to see if this is something that is a real change for you. They actually want to be inspired by your journey. And so what I would like to encourage you to do is to think about how your life, how your lifestyle can speak for you. How you can remain confident in who you are and not worry about what people are going to be thinking of you. And of course, their opinion matters to us. If there are people who are not in our inner circle, they're not close friends, they're not family, then you just need to get really good at tuning that out, because they don't actually love and support you if they are judging you and if they're not supportive of changes you're making in your life. But you know, the other more important piece to this is as you continue to up-level yourself, to be on this journey where you are committed to being a better you, committed to living a more natural life, for example, you need to surround yourself with a community and with a group of people that are doing that with you. There's so much power in community. This is why Facebook exists, right? This is why we love Facebook, because it allows us to find our tribe. This is, you know, a very important part of the equation. And often in these communities is where you'll find support that you're not getting elsewhere. And so it's important to have, you know, a group or at least 1 or 2 people around you who are committed to the best you and are committed to being part of that journey with you. Okay. So you're not alone. I mean, I think that when you are when you're ruffling feathers, when you are triggering people around you, you're doing something right. You don't want to live lukewarm. You don't want people to just kind of, meh, I could see you or I couldn't. You want to be somebody memorable, somebody who lives in such a way that you encourage other people to consider making some changes in their life. So good for you. Good for you for getting that feedback. I know it's not easy, but you know, we all deal with it. I think just find your people. Okay, I'm going to try to kind of segment these questions. Somebody asked about how to set boundaries between your job and your personal life. I'm not sure if this question was about being an entrepreneur. Maybe the person who asked can clarify, because I didn't catch the rest of it. But, you know, if you go into an office every day, you obviously have clear boundaries, right? You're like, you know, maybe you're working 9 to 5, you can come home, you can shut it off. The issue that most business owners run into is how you do this while you're building your empire, right? So the thing is, I think that the goal should be, how can you just have harmony between all those things, you know, and how do you create systems to have clear boundaries in place so that you can be effective with what you're doing? So for example, I have a lot of systems in place that most of the time allow me to be able to, I just want to, I'm trying not to be too distracted by your comments, but Robin Baldwin has a podcast called The Alpha Female, and I love it because on there she talks about the importance of harmony and that it's not about balance, it's about, you know, being fulfilled in everything you're doing. So check out her podcast. Just wanted to give her a little shout out. But what I wanted to say is a life that feels good is when you feel like you can be effective with your time in whatever you're committing your time to. So what most days my day looks like is these girls are in school from 9 to 3 and I do very focused work from 9 to 3. And I know that needs to be my time where I am like fully in the zone. I don't go on Facebook and get distracted by all the dings and notifications. If I go on Facebook to do work, because I'm building an online brand, my brand Whole Fit, I've been building online for years now and my community is global. They're all online. So, oh, sorry, honey. So I live online for my business, right? But I have to be very good at ignoring the noise there so I can get my work done because I know that when my kids come home from school, I want to be fully focused with them. Because it doesn't feel good for me as a mom to be doing all this stuff on my phone, distracted while they're home. So because I've set those parameters for myself, it makes it easier for me to focus because I know I'm not going to have focus time later. So I think the tricky thing is for a lot of you, if you're running a business, maybe you have newborns or somebody who your kids aren't in school yet, you got to get creative. I've shared this before, but one of the things that I used to do when the kids were home is I would take them to the gym where I knew I got 2 hours in the morning and they were going to be watched in the gym daycare, and I would bring my laptop into the change room. And I was literally building my 6-figure business from the change room at the gym. So, you know, you got to get creative with what you have. You have to ask for help, right? This is a big deal. You know, when you're building your business and you're trying to build something when maybe you don't have all the time to do it, ask for help where you can. In the beginning, put some of the money you're making in your business into your business so that you can hire a babysitter, hire somebody to watch your kids a couple days a week so you have really focused time. The busiest people in the world are very good at being laser focused on what they need to do when they have parameters in place. Okay? So I think it's a work in progress. As you continue to become more successful in your business, you'll have more money, which buys you more leverage and buys you more help so that you can, you know, you can maximize your time with whatever you're doing. Okay, so Ange asked the question about diamond to blue diamond. So this is for our doTERRA crew. In doTERRA, when you are a diamond leader, you have 4 leaders that you have worked with to build, you know, to help mentor and build their business to the point that you are making well into a 6-figure income. For a lot of people in doTERRA, building to diamond usually takes about 2 years. And, you know, this is where a lot of people, it really changes their life. And so what is exciting to people in network marketing is that this is one of the only business models you have the opportunity to truly work hard at something for 1 to 2 years and build something lifelong residual. One of the reasons doTERRA is the most appealing business within network marketing is because it's a product people actually need. Okay, so what you'll see in a lot of network marketing companies is that they deal with a product that they're kind of hiding, that they actually aren't super excited about. They sell you on the business opportunity, but their product stinks, okay? So in doTERRA, and that's not all companies, there are a lot of network marketing companies out there too that have great products. But for me, I was already using essential oils in my home. I believe in a natural form of healthcare. So when I joined doTERRA, and a lot of the people I attract into my business, they share the same belief that essential oils have given them, you know, options. They feel informed to make more empowered decisions, and that is something they want for life, right? So knowing that, a lot of people are joining doTERRA and they're actually going all in the beginning, and they're building out a diamond business sometimes a little bit quicker, which is pretty cool. You know, some people join doTERRA and they work full time at it, like 20 to 30 hours a week, sometimes more. Building out their diamond business, they hit it in a year, and it's lifelong residual income because doTERRA has the highest retention rate in the industry. If you were to enroll 100 people in your first year and get them started with oils, 70 of them will stay with you for life. That's how good the oils are. So it's a very appealing business. I know that wasn't exactly the question, but I wanted to just bring you up to speed on what a diamond is in doTERRA. They've built a business with 4 leaders below them. There are 2 ranks above diamond, and then you can actually start all over again. So after diamond, there's blue diamond, and then presidential diamond. So I'm a presidential diamond, meaning I have 6 leaders that I work directly with to impact many people. We have about 10,000 people in our global community. So moving from diamond, don't touch that, honey. Moving from diamond to blue diamond basically means that you're working with an additional leader to build up their business. Now, I found when I was building to blue, I actually found it and harder than building presidential because I still didn't grasp how important it was that my other 4 leaders were really solid and postured as strong leaders with their groups. I was still doing too much, almost trying to be too involved, I think. And when I started to step back more, so I felt like almost when I hit Blue Diamond and I was working with 5 leaders at that point, working and mentoring them, I was still doing too much with the other 4. I felt a little burnt out. I felt like I was forcing things. And actually hitting presidential was interesting because I took different approaches. We had a lot of systems in place for, a lot of the leaders on my team to be able to step into their role as leaders. And I had to learn to let go. I just found I was trying to control too many things, and my girls will attest to this that are in the Zoom group. But I think, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, to be honest. So I think it's about really creating opportunities for your leaders to help you in growing a Blue Diamond organization. Obviously for them, it means that they're gold, right? Which is a game-changing rank for people. Gold leaders and